We continue now at the top of Daf Chaf Beizam and Beizam Mesechet Shekalim. This is Shekalim Daf 22b. This is the last Amud of Mesechet Shekalim. The Gemara here is in the middle of a contradiction. The Gemara had said that according to Rabbi Shimon ben Yehuda in the name of Rabbi Shimon, if a person nowadays is makdash Shekalim, so it has no kedusha. And that's not true. Let's say you have a situation of a ger nowadays, or even other kinds of hektish. A person tries to be makdish things nowadays. The Gemara said in the previous Amud that there is kedusha. A person shouldn't be makdish because you're going to have a problem of a takala. Maybe you're going to get personal benefit from what you were makdish. It's going to be a problem of me'ila. But if you do it, the kedusha in those cases is chal. So that's what he asks. Amar Kitsho. Again, over here you're saying, by the case of a ger bizman hazen, other cases of kedusha, other cases of hektish, there is kedusha. V'hachat amar lo kitshu. And yet when it comes to shkalim, Rabbi Shimon ben Yehuda said in the name of Rabbi Shimon, there's no kedusha. So now for this last section of the Gemara here, we're going to read it inside the girsa of the Gra. Once again, there's some problems with the girsa. The Gra says, Hachi Garsin, and this is the proper text. Amar le, so he said back to him, Tamon ein mikdash. Over there's no Beis HaMikdash, meaning when it comes to the Shkalim, the reason why there's no Kedusha is because there's no Beis HaMikdash. So the Gemara says, why don't you leave it until you build a Beis HaMikdash, so it'll have Kedusha, and when the Beis HaMikdash comes, you'll use those Shkalim. So the Gemara says, Shema Yibone Habayis Barishon. Maybe the Beis HaMikdash will be built in Nisan. The Gra will explain this. And then what's going to happen is they're going to take the money from the Trumas Halishka from the new shekel, and this is already going to be an old shekel. But over here, there's no such issue. Rav Hamnuna v'Rav Barahava b'Shem Rav halacha Rabbi Shimon. And finally, the Gemara ends off and says that Rav Hamnuna and Rav Barahava say in the name of Rav that the halacha is like Rabbi Shimon in our Mishnah. Rabbi Shimon in our Mishnah said that nowadays a person tries to bring bikurim, it's not going to have any kedusha. Kain sarach lomer. That's the proper girsa, says the Gra. All the rest in the middle of that you should erase. And now he explains pshat. Here's the explanation. Tamon ein mikdash. When it comes to shkalim, there's no Beis HaMikdash now. Ulachi b'shkalim lo kachi. And that's why by shkalim you try to make it hektish. It's not hektish. Deikar tam de'ein lahakdash shkalim bizman hazeh mishum shein mikdash. The main reason why you shouldn't be makdash shkalim nowadays is because there's no Beis HaMikdash. And there's no shem hektish that's chal at all. Because even if the Beis HaMikdash were to be built, we're afraid that it won't come to be used anyway for hektish. That's what the Gemara means. Why don't you wait till the Beis HaMikdash is built? The issue is maybe the Beis HaMikdash will be built in Nisan. Like it was originally built by the Mishkan, it was put up, it was inaugurated in Nisan. And they're going to take the Trumas Halishka from the new Shkalim. And then his Shkalim aren't going to be fit to be used at all anyway. Those are going to be old Shkalim. That has nothing to do with takala. Even in a situation where the Beis HaMikdash could be built, it's going to come out that there's no holiness. And that's why the Kedusha is not chal at all. And that's what it says in the Tosefta. The reason why shkalim is not knowing nowadays there's no kedusha is because of the truma yishana, because it's going to be old shkalim and not new ones. And that's not the case over here. But Revius Kesef the Ger, when it comes to the Revius Kesef of the Ger, again the Ger is not supposed to, but let's say he's makdish some money for his carbon. The hekdish chalala, there the hekdish will be chal. Because when the Beis HaMikdash is built, this rova dinar is going to be fit for a carbon. It's just that Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai said, because we don't want to come to a stumbling block, you shouldn't be makdash in the first place. But just that reason of a stumbling block is not enough to take off the kedusha. So he says there's no reason to mention other kinds of hektish here, and the girsa is incorrect. Hadron alach perakol arokin uslik Allah Mesechet Shekalim. This is the conclusion of Mesechet Shekalim. If you're enjoying this channel and if you're enjoying these videos, please take a look at the description box below to see how you can support this channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. And congratulations and mazel tov to those who have finished Mesechet Shekalim.